Hey parents, I'd love to talk with you for a few minutes today about creating safety zones with you and your child. And one of the richest memories I'll ever have as a dad, and one of the memories I'll cherish the most, was when my daughter Jamie was probably 6.5 years old, and she was a part of a little gymnastics team. And one night, her friend was picked to be on the A team, and she was picked to be on the B team. Unfortunately, like her father, she wasn't blessed with great childhood coordination skills. But she came into the house that night, and I was in a rocking chair, probably the best place a daddy can be when a child comes home with a broken heart. And she jumped in my lap. And one thing I've learned in counseling over the years is to do a whole lot of listening and not very much talking. And when she jumped in my lap, we just rocked, and I let her cry, and I let her talk. And she probably unloaded for about 15, 20 minutes. And then I remember saying at the very end of her pouring out her difficulties, I remember her hearing myself say, Jamie, God doesn't really care what team you're on. What he cares about is your heart. And you've got the greatest heart of any 6.5-year-old kid I've ever known. That night I was tucking Jamie in bed, and it was customary in our house to tuck our kids in bed at night and to pray with them and to memorize a Bible verse with them. And I remember walking out of her little dark room, and as I walked out of the door, I heard a little voice saying, Daddy. And I said, what, Peanut? And she said, Daddy, thanks for tying my heart back together again tonight. And I said, Peanut, why do you say that? And she said, Dad, because when I came in tonight, my heart was broken, but you tied it back together again. And you know, parents, you get those incredible moments when your children feel safe with you. I don't mean feeling safe that you'll hurt them. I just mean feeling safe that they can talk and they know you're going to listen well. There's 4 rules that you can have when you create safety zones with your children. Our safety zone was at night when we tucked our kids in bed. And sometimes those times were lengthy, and they were the best times of the day. But I had 4 rules. One of them was don't criticize, don't complain, don't correct, and don't condemn. Just listen. And so I would ask a series of open-ended questions, one after the other. How was school today? How things go with your teachers? How things go in basketball? How things go in gymnastics? What was that feeling like for you? You said you were sad. I'd love to know more about that. Or just ask question after question and just let them talk. And without the killer C's, correct, criticize, condemn, and complain, without the killer C's, I could give them 3 gifts. And parents, these are 3 gifts that create a great safety zone so our kids will talk and so that you know how to listen. One of them is giving the gift of warmth. And the gift of warmth says, I care about you. And the second gift is the gift of empathy. And the gift of empathy says, I care about what you're going through right now. And you give that by asking great questions and then caring for their feelings. If they give you a feeling, care for it. Talk about that. Tell me more about that. Describe that to me. What's that like for you? As you carefully care and cherish their feelings. And the third gift that you can give them is unconditional love. That they know in the safety zone, because you're not going to correct, criticize, condemn, or complain, they know that whatever they are going through, they know that you're going to love them the same amount, whether they're successful or whether they're having a difficult day, whether they're making an A or whether they're making a C. Yeah, we're going to try to help the C, but we're not going to love any differently. And so as you create these great safety zones, your kids are going to grow up and they're going to always find a dad or a mom that they can talk to, trust, and confide in. I hope this helps you with your parenting as it has helped me.